ready to go back out to do my second class of the day. People, I'm going back to do circuits. I did, sorry, I had a wee fight with my coffee machine there. I was gonna have my second coffee because you know I've been sticking to one coffee, but I'm not going to because I'm gonna leave. And oh my goodness, my class has started. I better go. Better go, people. Never realised. Yeah, so I'm just gonna stick to the tea. Right, catch you later. Hi, hair is done. It's probably tucked in the jacket and all that. Whew. So I just got my roots done. I didn't get my highlights and I'll probably get my highlights done the next time, and probably Christmas again. So, whew, it's been weird weather. I'm going to give you a weather forecast now, okay? So the sun came out today and it felt quite warm, although not too warm, but not warm enough that you didn't need a jacket. So, but now it's weird. It reminded me of being in Cyprus. So like in the winter in Cyprus, it's lovely when the sun's out during the day, but at night time when the sun goes away, there's this, it's like a coldness, but a stillness. It's not like that freezing cold. I can't explain it, but it's cold. It's like it goes through you. That's what it's like just now. You know, you're not needing the scarves and the gloves, although your hands are, I don't know, it's weird. It's weird, really weird out there just now. Okay, so I popped into Primark. Now have a wee sip. It's leftover green tea. I popped into Primark because that's what I do when I go to the hairdressers. Oh, right. I'm gonna have to. I needed a top coat. I needed my Essie top coat, didn't I? Can't be bothered. Boots is only down there. Ugh, can't be bothered. I'm not going. Can't be bothered. I'll get it. There's still a wee bit left in the bottle. So I popped into Primark and I saw this blouse, and I actually tried it on, and I loved it. So I'm gonna do filming tonight. I might put it on. I don't know if you can see it. It was only £7 in a size 10. I just grabbed it. You can't see it properly, but you'll see it on. I actually really liked it, and I got a body, just a plain black body with the long sleeves, because I've got lots of bodies with short sleeves or 3/4 length sleeves, but I wanted one with long sleeves, and I like that style that's got the buttons down there, but you'll probably see me wearing them. And I think that was £7 as well, or was it £6? Maybe it was £6. £6, right? Okay, that's that. Okay, let's go home. I'm going to stop at Aldi's because I need to pick up something for dinner. It's Friday. Rico's cooking, so he doesn't cook for us because he's cooking for everybody else. So I'll probably pick up some chops or something, which are really easy to make, and some wine, and that's it. It's, what time is it? It's 4:45, people, and I still haven't eaten a thing. So I'm well over my fast. How many hours have I done? I actually stopped quite late last night because Rico and I have been watching the Empress. So he only allows me to watch one episode a night. So he sits, he watches it with me, and he says, right, let's go to bed, because otherwise I would sit there all night and watch them. So I was having a wee glass of wine with him while we were watching that. So it was quite late. So I kind of ended my fast quite, well, I started my fast quite late. So we're up to 17 hours and 26 minutes at the moment. The fast ended at around about 3:15 today. I don't know if that's going to pick up, but there you go. Right, let's get to Aldi's. What did I do with the keys? Let's get to Aldi's and get dinner and some wine. They don't do organic red at Aldi's. I've only found the organic white and the sparkling. Oh, see this blouse. Don't know what they've used to stitch it, but it's driving me. Ooh,
sex education. I'm in that. Scooch up.
Be quick. Offer ends 3rd of November.
I'm funny
Join
with labels.
BT today. 24-month contract. CPI plus 3.9.
I'm funny with labels on garments, unless they're like, you know, good labels. So it's not like, so cheap labels. I can't stand. I'm really funny about things like that. And I took the label off this blouse, but whatever they used to stitch it with is really annoying me, because the stitching must still be in the blouse. It really irritates me to have to wear a vest, I think, with this blouse in future. Okay, I'll catch you later on in the day, people. Oh, also, thank you everyone for all the... Hi! Got the new blouse on, people. What do we think? Looks like something Rico would wear in the kitchen. Okay, right. So what happened was my camera fell off the dashboard as I was driving, so we had to leave that one there. And then, as I was coming home, all the roads were closed again. Police cars, exact same scenario as when I was taking Lily to the groomers. So all the roads had all been closed off, so what they do is they just close them off with police cars. Nightmare. So a certain part of the area was all closed off. I have just read on our group chat that it looks like somebody fell off a building and that's why all of that area was closed off. So I'm home now and I've been working on a video that I'm planning to do. I don't know if I'm going to do it, so I don't know. It's going to be a very emotional one, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it because even thinking about it makes me emotional. The word dementia makes me emotional. But anyway, I'm going to address some of the questions that I got in last night's video because I had asked for some suggestions on video ideas, so I thought I'll address some questions in this video. Would you like me to put my ears on? I'm licking my hair, so I'm feeling as if I don't need my ears. Right, Deirdre, she says, she was sorry to hear that I lost my footage, and then she says, I would love to hear how you balanced work and the boys when they were younger. What was your day like? Well, it'll be no surprise to you to hear that I had my routines. I worked by a routine. So whatever clubs and things that the boys had to do, I made a routine to work around that and a routine to work around work, and that's how I got round it. I didn't work full time when the boys were younger. I just worked part-time, and initially I would just work on the busier nights, but it was hard. There was times that I had to be in both places and juggling. Any working parents out there will know, you know, trying to juggle it all and get it right it's hard, but you do your best and that's all you can do. There was times when I wasn't going to go into it. It'd be a Friday night, I remember, and there was no plan for me to go in, and then all of a sudden the restaurant would get busy and I would get the call, come in to work. George would be at the swimming baths. I'd have to go grab him, take him out the swim. I just have to go in and say, George, you need to come out, I need to go to work. You know, and let me tell you, he was not pleased. So we had a lot of scenarios like that. So it's never easy when you've got children and you're working. It never is. But I wasn't working full time. I was working part time at that time. Like I said, it was just, I probably worked most weekends if I had to be honest. But that was our way, and that's how we got used to it, and you just learn to work around it. So that's how we did it. My routine of doing my housework and working that round the boys' clubs and things, and quite often once I got the boys to bed and all of that, I would then do like my dusting and hoovering and all that I do now on a Monday and a Tuesday and all of that. I just worked out a routine that would try and work for all of us. I hope that answers your question. So I have another question here from Rhonda, and this was a request from quite a few of you. It was to talk about Rico's upbringing. I think when Rico's got time, I'll get Rico to talk about that. I mean, I could from whatever he's told me, but I think that wouldn't be fair. It should really come from him. So I'll sit with Rico when he's got time and he can talk about his upbringing. again, his upbringing will be different because he was a boy, and there was always, you know, we're not allowed to say these things these days, but especially in Greek homes, boys and girls were brought up very, very, very differently, you know. I mean, it was okay for boys to have girlfriends, you know, as long as they married a Greek girl. I'm not saying this was Rico's story, but I know from my upbringing that was how it went. Whereas, you know, for us it was, we just weren't allowed to have boyfriends and things like that. I'm not saying nobody ever did, but anyway. So I'll pass that on to Rico and take a note of that one, because that was a request from quite a few people. So we have one here from Vicky. So she also says, how about a video on Rico's take on growing up Greek, and how he felt about it compared to the way of living now, or a cooking tutorial, a meal of Rico's choice. Rico's done quite a few meals when we used to do the Rico Cooks. But yeah, I think the way the Greeks were brought up here in Scotland were different to the Greeks in London, or that's the way I see it now. When I think it was quite different, although there were certain things that were the same. Okay, I'll get my coat asks, do you read books? If so, what book are you reading now? Right, I don't want to say I don't have the time to read books, because if you want to do something, you make the time to do it. So I choose other things rather than read a book. I have been reading this book that I have just now probably for over a year. Even took it on holiday with me and I didn't get to read it. I used to read so many books, so many, and now, you know, because I do this YouTube, I sit and edit and do all of that, which probably would be the time that I would be reading books. Hobby, you know. So I choose this hobby over that hobby at the moment. So the book I'm reading now, hold on, let me go get it. So it's this one here. Okay, and it's actually, I mean, I've only read like a couple of chapters out of it, but it's like, I want to read it, I want to find out what happens. So this is by Claire McIntosh, Let Me Lie. So it's actually also signed by the author. So that was my son Luke Mario that got me that, because he knew I used to read a lot of books. I've been trying to read that book. So TV recommendations, plans for New Year yet. TV recommendations, at the moment we're watching The Empress, and I'm only allowed to watch one episode of it a night. I think I've already said that on this vlog, haven't I? So at the moment we're watching The Empress. Don't tend to watch too much TV. Oh, and we watch, Rico and I love to watch Strictly Come Dancing on a Saturday night, and then we get the results on a Sunday. That's like a Saturday night. I know, it's so exciting, but we love it, we love it. Okay, so that's that question. So I have a question here from Margaret as well. She says, have you ever been to Zumba, Andri? Think you would love it. I've been in a Zumba class, but it was a class that was covered. I have been in it. It's okay. I do enjoy music, and I love to dance and all of that, but it's not a class I would choose to do. We do have Zumba classes at my gym, but I'd rather do a more, I don't know, I'm more into actual exercises. So yeah, I have done Zumba classes before, but it's not one that I would choose to do. Also, Bamagel asks me what was the nail varnish that I was wearing, so I thought I'll put it on the vlog as well. I have answered it on the questions, but I'll put it again on the vlog. It's Leighton Denny, and apparently I hadn't heard of this make before, but it's Only War Paint explained that it is an English brand, and the colour was no comment. There you go. And it's the one I have on now, and that was the one I was talking about on the vlog that I put on the vlog, and that's what it looks like. I picked it up from TK Maxx. So thank you very much for your questions. I'm now gonna try and do a video. So are we liking the hair? This makes me feel so much better. For anybody that's new, I used to go and get a blow dry every week. Every week I used to go and get my hair blow dried. Every Friday, that was my thing. And then I stopped after lockdown. I did. And now it feels very, very special when I go and get my hair done. Right, okay. Cheers for now. And honestly, see if I go downstairs with this on. Rico's gonna go. You got your chef's gear on. My checkerboard, people. It's my checkerboard. Cheers. Right, let's try and do this video on dementia without breaking down. Okay, people. It's currently 1:15. It's now the 22nd of October. I'm waiting for my video to process. So I never managed to get it up on the 21st. But you are my witness. I have been trying. I'm whispering because Rico's sleeping. So I do try my best, people, honestly. So welcome. Welcome to the 22nd of October at 1:16. This is where we're at, people. This is the video, which you will probably have seen by now. So I'm going to go wash all of this. And hopefully by the time I've washed all of this off and done my skincare, this will have processed and I can put it live. Right. I'll see you properly. Oh my god, look, real life, people. I'm all about real life. See you in the morning. Gym in the morning, combat at 10 to 9. Hi! It is now the 22nd of October. So today, what have we been doing? It's better, the lighting's better in here. What have we been doing today? We did combat this morning, then I came home and did my tidying up, you know, hoovering, blah, 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 blah. I've now got my new jumper on. I'm not 100% sure about it, people. I still think I should have maybe gone for a smaller size. I'm feeling very grown up in this outfit, very grown up. Okay, here it is. Okay, I think it looks fine from the front. But I do, when I do that, it doesn't do it, but I suppose it looks fine now. But when I'm looking at it and I'm not doing this with my arm, I feel it's very gapey at the back. I don't know, let me know. I don't know, it's very grown up looking, do we not think? Again, these are a few years old from Zara as well, very high-waisted. And the funny thing is, the waist is now, I don't know if I can get it, but look, that's the space in the waist. You just sit out now. Ah, dearie me. Anyway, doesn't matter. They still fit nice round everywhere else. Okay, that's today's outfit. So I'm trying to convince Rico to film with me today to talk about his upbringing. I don't know if he will. Time will tell. But today the menu is, so he bought some fresh sole from the fishmonger, which we love to have on a Saturday. It's normally the done thing to have fish on a Friday, isn't it? But Rico normally cooks on a Friday. What did we have yesterday? Oh, we had chops last night. It's very nice. So he bought sole and he says, Andri, I really fancy doing mine in batter. And I'm thinking I could really go for it in batter. And he says, oh, I might do sole goujons. I went, if you're having sole goujons, I'm having sole goujons. He says, in breadcrumbs? You're going to have breadcrumbs? And I went, so I think we're going to have sole goujons today with a nice salad. You know, you need to treat yourself now and again, people. So what do we think? What do we think? Do we see, can you see how much of a gap? So this is in a medium. And I don't know. It's growing on me, people. It is growing on me. It's lovely and cozy. And with high-waisted trousers, it doesn't show my belly. I'll see what Rico says when he comes in. He'll comment. He'll make his comment. We'll see what he says. So today, I want to film a video about my dad. Because my daddy. I always called him daddy. Because I feel as if I'm always talking about my mum. And I don't really say much about my dad. So I think I have spoken about my dad in a Q&A and just when it comes in the conversation, but I just think because my mum was living with me here, I was talk about my mum. But I think I'm gonna give my dad his dues. Yeah, I'm gonna just sit down video about my daddy, people, about my dad. Also, hi, can we see the gapiness now? Anyway, it was so late last night when it was the early hours of this morning when I uploaded my video that when I added the music at the end, I forgot to turn it down, so it's really loud over my voice. I'm talking about my dementia video that I did last night. If you haven't watched it, I'll link it below. So I went into YouTube editor now and I've tried to replace the music. It's the only way you can do it. You can't lower the actual music, but you can replace it and lower it. So I've replaced the music and I've lowered it. I don't know if it's going to work. It's still processing. So I have done that. Although nobody has commented about it on the channel, which makes me think nobody has watched till the end. So yeah, or maybe everybody's just being nice. Here we have Chef Rico. At the moment he is slicing the sole. We have flour, egg wash, which is made up of what?
I'll just put an egg in it and some milk.
Egg and milk and breadcrumbs.
Yep.
There we go. So this is just the sole and he's now going to slice it and make it into goujons.
Correct.
Trimming the fish. So trim off the fish, which he's not going to use. And now cutting it into strips. And what we're having with this salad.
Yes.
You having chips?
Yes.
I might have one.
Only one.
Only one.
Well, that means I have to peel an extra potato to give you a chip.
Just putting them into the flour now. There we go. And then from the flour into the egg wash, from the egg wash into the breadcrumbs, and then into the fry, and he just fries them. And that's as simple as that, isn't it, Rico?
Correct.
That's the salt and the flour.
Shake the excess off.
Into the egg wash. You're going to put all of that in there now?
No, not all of it, no.
Okay. Why are you straining it?
You don't want it too wet, you just want enough to be able to breadcrumb it. Okay.
So it's basically now straining the goujons that have been dipped into the egg wash. And it's as simple as that, people. Now they're just going to get fried, deep fried, and that's it. That's how Rico does
You
his.
can even do them like that and then freeze them.
Right, okay.
Put greaseproof paper on that and you just put them out individually like that. You can freeze them and then you can take them straight from the freezer into the fryer.
So Rico, are you going to film a video with me talking about your upbringing?
No.
No? Why not?
Well, nothing to say.
Did you have a Greek upbringing?
Not really, no. It depends what you refer to as a Greek upbringing, Andri.
Well, if somebody says to you a Greek upbringing, what?
Well, I went to Greek school until I was about 9, I think, or 8 or 9. And I think I was naughty at Greek school. Me and my pals.
Did you have like Greek food at home, or? You were saying to me you were mainly brought up by your eldest sister, is that right?
Probably, yeah. At that age, when I was young, because my parents were both working. So we probably did have Greek food as well, but I don't really remember it. What I had, I couldn't really tell you. I remember my mum making the things like the potatoes with the eggs and things like that.
Yeah, that we make.
Yeah. But not much else.
So you were born in Glasgow?
Correct.
And then you moved to where we are now?
Yeah, when I was about 10.
And your dad was a restaurateur?
Yep. And they chose the primary school because it was the closest one to the restaurant, so I could go for my lunch.
Okay. How were you at school? How did you get on at school?
Okay. Somehow I got into the local academy school, which took the top so many percentage. Don't know how.
What do you mean you don't know how? Rico,
really know.
Rico is an academic as much as he doesn't like to.
not.
Yes, he is. Rico is an academic, right? As much as he doesn't like to admit to it. He just didn't pursue that line of career. He decided he was going to work in the restaurant where he was making money at the time. Is that true? Is that true?
Well, sort of.
It is true.
Okay.
Right, that's the decision Rico made.
I wasn't encouraged otherwise. Okay.
Okay. Rico is the only son. He has 3 other sisters and he is also the youngest. Correct?
Well done.
Doesn't like to talk about himself, unlike me.
When I moved here, I was the only foreign person in that school. There wasn't another child in that school at that time that was from
anywhere
else. Although I was born here, and because of that and my skin colour, I got an awful lot of racism, especially in the first few weeks.
And you got into a lot of fights because of it as well.
Yes.
Do you think that has scarred you in any way?
No.
Not at all?
Nah. Why would it scar me in the sense of that people called me names or things about my skin? Not at all. Didn't scare me.
Did it bother you at the time?
Well, obviously because I get into fights.
Did
I didn't turn another cheek.
Did you feel different to the other children?
No, not really, no.
No, but what about when they spoke about the colour of your skin? Did that make you feel different? Did you feel like a Greek boy? Did you feel like you were born in Scotland? We haven't said that you were born in Scotland.
That's right, I was. Yeah.
You were born in Scotland, so did you feel different or did you feel like everybody else? Were you surprised when they called you names about the colour of your skin?
Well,
did it surprise you?
It didn't happen to me in my last school. Before that, it didn't happen to me.
When you were in Glasgow? Not at all?
No.
Were you the only foreigner in that school?
I don't think so. No. But it didn't last, you know, at the school. You get odd spurts of it, but after the fights and whatever, people made friends, you know. It was just like the new kid came and I think it was a bit of searching out what's going to happen here, you know. So that was it. That was primary, you know. When I was young, when I used to go to Greek school, now I had to get the bus to go to Greek school. Okay, so we used to go to Greek school, and I'd meet with my friends. So there was one particular friend. After that, we used to sometimes go to his mum's shop, and then from there, he was supposed to go to the train station, and we used to go to the train station in Glasgow, and we used to go on a train and go to Balmaha and spend Saturday in Balmaha. And sometimes
how many miles was that from your home?
That's like a 40-mile journey. It's Loch Lomond.
And how old were you?
9 years old. And we'd got on the train, no ticket, we'd sneak on and Balmaha, and then go to Balmaha and do what we did at Balmaha, and then came back.
So what did you do when you got there?
We used to get the boats and whatever, and just...
Where did you get money for the boats?
We got money, pocket money or whatever to go. It was supposed to be for your lunch. Or we used to sneak on them as well, I don't know. But we went there a couple of times to Balmaha and came back. But one day we came back really late. It was like 9 o'clock and they'd been looking for us for hours. And I had to get a train, try and get a train out to where I lived. Still lived in Glasgow at the time. And he had to get up to where he lived. He walked from the train. I went and got another train and got to where I lived and got off the train and ran home.
Did you get into trouble?
The old slipper came off. You know.
What about your dad? So that was your mum took us. Did you actually
My mum used to take the slipper, chase me around the house. And I remember Rosa would bark at her, you know.
Rosa was your dog?
She was the dog, aye.
It was a collie, wasn't it?
Collie. I used to get lost with her as well. Used to go to Lynn Park. I can tell you that's in Glasgow, right? Lynn Park. And at that time, there was... people went missing in Lynn Park, you know, but we used to go there with the dog and in the woods and everything.
Just you and your dog?
And maybe a couple of friends. We also went to some of the Saturdays after Greek school, we went to the football matches, sort of local ones in Glasgow. Maybe Rangers were playing Partick Thistle and we'd go to Partick Thistle or Clyde Bank or something like that and we'd go to the game. But we had no money, we used to say, "Oh mister, will you lift me over?" And they used to lift you over the turnstile. In those days it wasn't seats, everything was we just stood at the game and we used to go and sneak into the games.
How did you become so into your football? So you're a Rangers supporter, so yeah. How did you become a Rangers supporter? Because your dad wasn't into football
no.
Or anything like that?
Well, I think from my godfather, he used to take me before that to games at Ibrox sometimes on a Saturday. He would take me and I would go to the games with him and his friends.
Were they all having a little tipple, Rico?
Oh, they certainly were.
Anyway, that's a little bit about Rico just now. Considering he said no, he wasn't going to talk about it, we got a wee bit from Rico. Wee snippets. Wee snippets here and there. Rico is now making his own tartar sauce. Tell us what you're chopping up there, Rico.
Just some gherkin and caper.
So just gherkin, capers, and then just...
We'll add them to mayonnaise, a bit of lemon juice, a bit of paprika, wee touch of lemon. That's it.
And that's
salt.
Your own tartar sauce.
A little Worcester sauce, give it a wee bit of a tang it up a bit.
That's our goujons ready to be fried. It's just the mayonnaise.
Out of a jar.
Out of a jar. Easy enough to make your own, isn't it? But anyway, this is out of a jar for just now. In go the gherkins and the
capers.
Okay, Rico has everything ready here. He's blanched his chips. So these are fresh chips that he's peeled and cut and blanched. He's now going in.
Cut and then washed, Anthony.
Alright.
Wash them when they're cut.
Okay, we've got Strictly in the background, so this is what we enjoy, dinner and Strictly.
Yep.
Okay, so that's the goujons ready to go into the fryer. There we go. And in they go, people. We have the tartar sauce ready. We have the salad ready. People, I mean, come on. Words are not needed. Okay, people, this is simply our dinner. This is a real treat for me and I cannot wait to dig in. Wow. So thank you very much, Rico. Cheers.
Chin chin.
Thank you for telling us a wee bit about your upbringing. Cheers. Now we're going to sit and enjoy. Let me do a wee taster for you. Let me do a wee taster while Rico does his, what was your Twitter while he tweets?
I'm eating, I'm not tweeting.
Oh, people. Oh my God. Remember, if you'd like to see more videos from us, I'm going to link one here, and if you're not already subscribed, it's the A right here, and we'll see you next time. Cheers.